guys, so I just thought I'd answer a few questions that I've been asked. You know, how long will it take you to become successful? It really is up to you. You know, you got to put in the work, you got to put in the effort. You need to back test, you need to strategize, you need to get your entries, your exits. So what I'll do is I'm going to do now a back test from 2nd of June 2013, and I'm going to use the Profit D calculator at the same time, and I'm going to journal. So it's going to be a bit of a video, but at least we can speed it up because we don't have to wait. So first things first, 3 touches like that. So I've sort of broken trend here. Nothing there, there's nothing there. Alright. So lower high, lower high, lower high, high low, high low, high low, high low, high high, high low, lower high, lower low, right? So that's sort of our consolidation range at the moment. It's a daily time frame. Starting off with $10,000 account. Okay. It's not really where I want to take a position, so some support here as well. Sort of low volume there. So we're testing that 5%. 5% stop loss. Okay. Come down to our first take profit down here. So this is on daily time frame. Alright. So closed out. Second attempt. What's that? So I'll get the Excel up. Just give me a minute. Alright, so now we journal this trade. So we're starting with $10,000 account, 1% risk. Our trade played out at 21.17%. Okay, so I'll just move this up here. So the date of that trade was 6th of June. The time it was taken, it would have been at if it was daily, probably 10 a.m. Good. BTC. So we were short. Time frame daily. Quantity purchased. This is crazy. So our entry price was $120.08. That's the madness. So our exit target, our profit. What's that? Count on risk 1%. Our stop loss. There. Status of trade. Take profit triggered. 4.21%. Oh, what the fuck? Alright, I'll just put format cells. Okay, so that's one trade done. In the bag, we've got some buying pressure here. So still a sort of lower low. It is a daily time, but that candle there, it could be classified as a morning star, just because it's at sort of the support level. So here we've got a sort of ascending sort of volume here, but low volume here. So what I'll do is I'll put a long position on at the 68, at 5%. So we can move the stop loss to 8%, and it can still equal 1% account risk. I just have to what I have to do is just transition this over. So what we'll do is So we're going to go, so we've got 10,000, 423.41. So our count risk is 1%, and our stop loss is 8.02%. That's just to have that wick covered. All right. So it can still work. So 5% would be a position size of 17 at 18x leverage, and 8.27% is 11x at 10 BTC. So that way we're still risking the same 1%, and that around that same $100 mark per trade. It's just that our stop loss can breathe, you know what I mean, without getting wicked out. So that's the importance of, you know, finding where your stop loss is, so that one, you don't get wicked out, because we are sort of buying off support here. Like we are hoping maybe for one little wick to come down to trigger our limit buy order, and you know, then we're hoping to get up to at least the 27, negative 27 here, or negative 618. So first take profit, second take profit, and a bullish third take profit. But the other thing that I see here is sort of a descending triangle. So you know, if support doesn't hold, then we may see it drop under even more. I don't know. This is a completely new chart to me. But look, you know, you got 24 hours to look at the chart in a daily time frame, if time is what you want. So, but yeah, look, we can put on the trade and see how it goes. Maybe it triggers and take profit. Maybe we don't. So all right, so we're in the trade here. Now, we've got like an inverted hammer there. It's on support, but it is sort of a bearish candle. What else is it saying to us? So there was a sort of a break above the middle line in our TVS. It's sort of broken under, but again, so let's go again. Nice bullish candle. So the moving averages are moving up here. It's coming back down. So it's up to you at this point in time. Like I'm not too keen on how it looks so far. You know, whether you cut your losses or you know, you let it go. So, and there we go. So we stopped out there. So it's, and you know, this is a big. So if we go into 5 minutes, auto. Oh, fuck! It doesn't have sorry, it doesn't have that detail that we were looking for. Unfortunately, it doesn't let us go back that far. So daily. So transition here. So let's see. We set that limit order by on the 24th. Fuck, 10 BTC, huh? or so 3.21%. Okay. So yeah, this video is going to take a while to get through 10 trades because I'm doing all the account sizes as well. Usually I just leave like the account risk. Plus I think the first trade might have been botched, but I'll just keep going. Alright, so clear that. So I've got a lower low. Yeah. So we're looking for potential retracement to 618 to 50% to go short. So we could probably get away with a 6% stop loss there. So I'm targeting, targeting anywhere in between here. Hopefully it comes up. Alright, no, it's just kept going. So it's just a continuation. There was no pullback as such. So delete that order. Delete fibs. So volumes really supporting the trend here. See volumes increasing. So the trend's increasing very sharply. You'll notice that. So a bullish candle there. A few bullish candles here. So from see how that green candle's there. So it's a little bit of, it's not much, but it's pull back up, comes down. You can even go from this wick here. So it pulls back up, bearish engulfing, and pulls back up here. So I'm looking for sort of that impulsive move. So bearish engulfing, the green pullback for the short, 50%, say 9% stop loss. Okay, let's see. But look, we're also sort of at a big supply block here as well. So we look left, up to that wick there. So we're getting to that sort of supply block here. Very strong wicks to the downside. Alright, so that's straight up potential trade. And unfortunately for this trade, we would have got stopped out. Like I said, daily time frame. You got 24 hours in that candle. So if I saw some type of bullish pattern, which I don't know if I can go to the 4 hours. I think I have to stay on this time frame. So unfortunately, we'll just stick to the plan right now on the daily time frame and call that a loss. So that was 11.82. Okay, so our stop loss would only still would have been that 1%. So moving that stop loss here, it has to be moved in accordance with this, so you get the correct position size. Because if you don't have the correct position size, then that stop loss is not going to be right, and needs to have the correct leverage too. Okay, so let's say we set that up on the 9th of July. So 1%. Alright, so now that I've got that sort of bullish engulfing here, look, we still don't have a higher high here, so I'd be pretty cautious. We've got some volume pumping up. It's a red candle. Alright, so long position. So 38.2. Now I will show you this one. Okay, so let's just say our whatever it is, our position size. I will show you this one. Okay, so long position, and long position. Yeah. So let's say we have $100, right? And our target is all the same. Yeah, $100. Our stop losses are here. So our stop losses all would be averaging down with each trade coming in. So let's just say our position size is the risk is 1% of our account, and our position size will be relative to how many trades get put on. So if I'm going to put on $100, and I'm looking for 3 levels of the trade, then essentially I'll have, say, $33 there, $33 there, and $33 there. Okay. All right. So now prices come up, prices entered in the first, hit down, entered in the second, and hit down and entered in the third. So now we have a full $100 trade on. All right, with the same amount of risk, 1%. Now I don't like it here because we've come up, come down. Now we're having a pullback here, so it's giving us a sort of a lower high. But all right, so still going. Okay, that's a pretty good trade. So that way there you've sort of broken up the risk of, say, loss. So if your risk is 1% and it's all the way down here, it'd be 33. So 1% would be 0.33%, because your 1% is spread across the 3 trades, so it's 0.33%, 0.33%, and 0.33%. This is just another strategy of potentially getting some trades in and that way there, you know, you're not getting stopped out after, you know, full 1% if it goes down, 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 down. Say full 1% from 38 to 50. If it dropped down and hit your stop loss at 50, or just below 50, or if it hit your stop loss just before 61.8 if you went in at 50. So it wouldn't be a full 1% loss. It'd be an average down, so dollar cost averaging down. So you're buying in, buying in, buying in, and your stop loss is moving down with your entries and still risking only 1%. So that's a strategy that happens. And look, we get a whopping 42% return on this over you know, I think a couple weeks. So what I'll do is I'll input all the data. So pretty much all our trades triggered on the 18th, or the 7th, 13. It's a long. So this is our first take profit. Now look, it's up to you what you want to do. Maybe you close the first and second trade, but I think in Binance they don't separate. In some exchanges, what they do is they have separate line items. So they'll have trade 1, 2, 3. But Binance, I'm pretty sure it just adds to the position of your one trade. Kind of sucks, but you know, that's just how it is. Alright, so when the stop loss was. Alright. So I just gotta put the so we've got to get that right. So that's our next position size. Okay. So yeah, we've got higher high, higher low, higher high, higher high, higher low. Okay. Alright, it's not going to get that pullback. Trade's invalid. You know, pretty much an evening star on that resistance there. I personally would take that. So alright, okay. That's a decent week too. So depending on your risk management, your risk appetite, maybe you go all the way back to support. In this case, let's put the details all in. So transition. So our stop loss was 6.88. Take profit was 15.38. Alright, so I was only okay. So took that trade out on the 2nd of the September 9th, 13, 10 o'clock. So quantity purchased. Okay. Now, how I get the entries for these is that should I just go here? I just go settings. So my entry price, and I do the same thing with Binance. And I'll just put the entry price in and just copy paste. Copy that profit. So that and the stop. That's okay. So and the other thing is, you know, yeah, you want, maybe you want 15%, or you know, you look at your risk to reward ratio. So if your risk to reward ratio is say 3, then you know your target would be here in comparison to risk. So you want to make 3 times your risk. So what you're risking. That's why on this trade it was only say $200, because the risk to reward was only, you know, I think it was what 15% or something, like 15% gain in regards to how much we were risking. Even though it's 1% account, 1% account risk at all times, no matter what the stop loss is. But it's the risk to reward ratio of the profit is only say 2.25 or whatever it was. So 1% there, and take profit hit. So 2.23% gain, which is just the yeah, which is pretty much just the risk to reward ratio. Alright, so yeah, look, we've had a lot of buying pressure here. That was a really good wick. Volume spiked here, volume drops, volume sort of ascending. Oh. So I've had a break. Let's see if we get a retest. Okay, it's continuing on. Obviously, on a lower time frame, you're going to be able to get in on these potentially these candles. So it just keeps going. Alright, so we're getting our first pullback here. So if you're going long, yeah, something like this. Oh, so I missed our entry here. May, you know, like I said, there's 24 hours of time. There's plenty of things that we could have done here. We could have assessed it on this candle open. So it opens here. Say it's just sort of hovering here. You know, maybe you enter 38.2, or maybe you enter the 50 or the 61.8. So that's really your choice. Like I said, 24 hours of time in this candle. If I would be looking for an entry, say at 38.2 to get a decent drive up. But if I couldn't get that, then yes, I would definitely take a long entry off the 50. So, and targeting, you know, 161.8. So it looks like it's got a good run. Like, you know, we're doing a pretty good run. So I'd probably let it go to that 220%. Alright, there we go. So it's a pretty good trade there. So we'll put it all in. And if you struggle to make a decision based on that pullback in 24 hours of time, then you need to really work on your psychology and risk management, because you should be able to determine this is an uptrend pullback, you know, coming back up and going again in 24 hours. Like, yeah, if it's consolidating on resistance, well, you know, then you gotta like wait for the break and the retest. But here we're in a clear uptrend, you know, even though we're past resistance. So let's input all details. So our trade opened on the 27th of October, the 10th, 13. So about 10 a.m. So long. Okay, stop loss was at 8.4%. profit was at 48.78%. Okay. That's another thing, guys, that I don't think I changed the entry price, because the entry price will be a different position size. So, you know, pick up on that. Yeah. So, on the previous trades, I don't think I changed the entry price. So our account size and whatnot might be a little bit out. But it'd still be the same same loss as well, plus 624.10. Alright, so yeah, that trade's done. So we're coming back to that historical trend line here, so we might just reject off it. Alright, we've had a bullish break, maybe. Okay, getting sort of a bullish spinning top there. Alright, we're getting another pullback, so week to week. What you know, what would you do? Would you keep going long? We are in an uptrend. Let's have a look. Volume's very strong. Volume is very strong here. So long at the 38.2. Alright, so we didn't get the entry at 38.2, so again that 50% fibs, you know, so we're looking for that pullback. Like I said, if you can't make a decision in 24 hours, then you know something needs to give. You should be able to make a decision to go long. Like your bias is already long. You already know that you're looking for entries around 38, 50, and 61. Okay, this is a huge run, some decent volume here. You've got an ascending volume on TVS. I personally would, if I saw this, I would let it run. I would just let it run. So, you know, do we take profit up here after a 150% gain? Look, you know, if I've seen this, yeah, I probably would take profit after up here. You know what I mean? Like, if I saw a huge fucking candle like that, and if I saw this candle keep going up and then start to come down, I'd probably say, yeah, fuck that, I'm out. And that's why that candle is like that, because the psychology of the people are like, fuck that, I'm out. They're taking profit. But if you got some, the other thing is you got to assess the momentum. All right, momentum's moving up. Fuck, has a bit of sell-off, keep going. You know, high, low, boom, still moving up. So you got two opportunities here. Look, I'll just say that yeah, I've taken the trade here because that's where I stopped the trade. So now we'll just input the details. so open the trade on the 11th of the 11th, 13. Good 12% on the account there. Alright. Okay, it's done. Bit of selling pressure, selling pressure. It's another bit of a pullback here. It's very, very tight pullback if we consider this, you know, up, down. It's at that 38.2. You know, this is now what do you want to do? So go long again. You know, at that 38.2 and see how it goes. Bop. Alright, so we're in. And we've gone again. So nice. Nice trade there. So that candle there, that I'd be definitely out on that candle. Bearish spinning top at the fucking top of a run. I'd be out. So you know, out at the close. See you later. I'm pretty good with that. So if you want to take a note, bearish spinning top at the top of a run. Okay, so let's see, the 25th of November. Okay. done, it's inputted. Okay, so let's see. So we've got TSV here is dropping volume here, so volume's descending, so we've got low volume. Looks like we've got to have, that may be just a double top just there. So depending on how you wish to trade, this could be a double top, and if you take double tops, then you're short. So it could also be a retest of this current resistance. It has been a very strong uptrend. So in a very positive territory here. Could it continue? I don't know. So, but we've got an equal high here. Maybe we just don't trade it. You know what I mean? So, like if I was to trade it, I'd say I missed these 2 days. I exited the trade here. I missed these days here. I wouldn't want to be entering up here because we want to be entering down here for the pullback to go long. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So yeah, look, we got a successful retest of the resistance here. So once again, bearish volume here. The average of the TSV is moving down, so we've also had volume starting to break into negative territory. So yeah, look, probably go for a short position if I can. So at 618.2. I wouldn't mind going off resistance. So actually, yeah, we'll go off resistance. Alright. So our first move would have been that 618. So like I said, I wouldn't mind going off resistance. But you gotta have strategies in place. Like, yeah, resistance would be great, be preferred, but if I don't get it, okay, candle opens, you got a little bit of a pullback in, it looks like it's going to continue, then jump in. So we've had our first take profit here and our second take profit there. So first assess, second assess, and that's it. So now we've just got to input the details. So on the 6th of 12, 13. Short. Alright, so okay. Alright, transition that. Okay, so now that we've had that move, we've got a lower high here, right? So like I said, potentially that 60, 61.8 area for another short. Stop loss just above here, above this thing here. Alright, and there we go. So we're in at 61.8, out at our first take profit, just like that. Alright, so there's a decent stop loss on that one, 22.56. So yeah, that, and like it's still enough to breathe. So, but look, we did do the right thing. We targeted above where it could have popped up to 100%. So we targeted our stop loss above here. Otherwise, you know, if we wanted to, otherwise, you know, you can do it just above the 78.6 of this pullback. So it's really up to you on how you don't do that. Obviously, the tighter the stop loss, then the bigger the position size will be. So, but in this case, we went up here. So we did. That's what we did. That's, you know, I'm just going to leave it like that. Alright, so what else do we have? That entry price, yep, done. Take profit, done. And our account size is done, pretty sure. Yep, so that was the previous account size. Alright, so there's 10 trades. Okay, so you know, if we do so got total profit of 4,200. So 37% in 10 trades. And you know, fucking 80% win rate, 80% win rate. Alright, so yeah, and that's how you'd backtest. So, and you know, it's just mainly just using Fibonacci, volume, market structure. So, you know, double tops, high lows. So that's 10 trades. And now, you know, the best thing that I can do is if I did those 10 trades, and all I have to do now is pretty much, if I go from say 2014 to present day, and just journal and trade and journal, trade, essentially I'm training myself, right? For an 80% win rate, you know, $4,218, risking, $100 just about per trade, 1% of your account. So you got the compounding effect. Obviously, you can improve your risk to reward ratio. So if like I said, if you want that ratio to be a 3, then for that 20% sort of move, then your stop loss needs to be X% so that you get the correct risk to reward ratio in the profit D calculator. That way there you get the correct position size for the correct risk of say 1%, and that way there you'll have your profit will be whatever that risk to reward ratio is. So that's really important that you master risk management and that you understand this key to trading. So once you sort of have those structures in place of your market structure, of your higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, lower lows, support, resistance, double top patterns, Fibonacci, you know you can get some really good entries here, and really do well in the market as long as you have those types of understandings. So I've got the dynasty ribbon here. Didn't really use that. Like the dynasty ribbon, maybe I'll just chuck it on just to have a look, just to see. Sometimes then I'm being lazy. So this is another one that I made a video on, like a little scalp strategy, but I don't use it. Guppy EMAs, yeah, same deal as dynasty ribbon. So, and higher low strategy, well, look at that, sort of just tells you, gives you that sort of market structure already, which you can compare with your own market structure if you want. So it is a lagging indicator. Nothing will ever beat you putting a higher high or a higher low at that point in time. So, but I'll wrap it up there. This is probably one of the best videos that I can do. If you want more like this, let me know, and yeah, enjoy. I hope this really helps in your trading career.